The Advanced Guide to Microsoft Excel 2013. Prepare to share. Another Computer Mama Guide. Everybody who learns computer has a mentor, and my mentor was Father Paul Cummings. He was into computers before I was born. He often talked about the old days when the nuns would put information on 3x5 cards. Year after year, decade after decade, they wrote down the baptisms, the births, the marriages, the deaths. There were boxes of this information, but who could get at the data? Father Paul would lament again and again, "Look at all that data, but it's useless. No one can get to it." This is a lesson in sharing and collaboration. We're going to learn how to use the review ribbon to prepare a spreadsheet for sharing. We'll proof the spelling, we'll look up words, we'll find out what a thesaurus is. There's a sample spreadsheet that you can download if you wish. The ribbon that we're going to be focusing on is the review ribbon. So if you are ready, please start the program Microsoft Excel and open that sample spreadsheet. Hello, Excel. This is the sales data for Charlotte's website. We've been using the same information throughout our course, so we have used this information for lookup tables, pivot tables, charts, and summaries. We done good. It's time to share. Microsoft Excel gathers all the proofing tools on the review ribbon. The review ribbon includes proofing, language, comment, and changes. Let's review the spelling. Most people see numbers when they think of spreadsheet. However, our products and customer names are text, so you need to proof and spell check your spreadsheet. Try this. Check the spelling. The spell check compares your spelling to a dictionary. When it finds a word that doesn't match one in the dictionary, Excel will alert you. You can choose to ignore or add it to the dictionary. In this example, the name Myers is spelled correctly. It is the name of the store. The next button in the proofing tools is Research. Research lets you look up the answer instead of just guessing. Say we wanted to look up the meaning of the word sushi. I've selected a spreadsheet cell that has the name sushi in it. Go to Review, Proofing, Research. Research brought back a Wikipedia article that explains just what sushi is. Sushi. At the bottom of every menu you can find more. Go to Review, Proofing, Research, Research Options. With the research options you can choose your default dictionary, your thesaurus, and you can choose a different language if you wish. Click OK. Here are two definitions. A dictionary finds the answer like the research page. It offers the correct spelling and the definition and the pronunciation of words. A thesaurus looks up the words that are related. Synonyms have the same meaning. Antonyms have the opposite meaning. Click on the word private and then go to Review, Proofing, Thesaurus. What do you see? The thesaurus will bring back words that are similar to the word private, including secluded, isolated, reserved. If you see a word that you would like to use, you may click on it. Then the options include Insert or Copy. The next tool is Translate, and it does what it says. Let's try it. Click on the word banquet, and then go to Review, Language, Translate. In the research pane on the right-hand side, you will see that the translation has from English to French. You could choose another language if you wish. Done and done. There's another group of options on the right side of the review ribbon. These options are for sharing and protecting your documents. Say you are ready to email this little spreadsheet around the office for comments and review. Before you send it out, you may wish to consider if you should share or protect your work. When you protect a document, you are restricting what the users can and cannot do. Try this. We'll protect just one worksheet. Go to Review, Changes, click on Protect Sheet. By default, when you protect a worksheet, all of the cells will be locked. But you can also select which options you would allow your users to do, such as Insert a row or Format cells. There is a box that you can enter a password if you wish, but it is not required. Click Cancel, keep going. You can protect the entire workbook. Lock it down. The users won't be able to find any hidden sheets and they won't be able to change the data. You can protect your workbook with a password. Memo to self. Not even Microsoft can recover your busted passwords. Write it down, write it down. The last group on the review ribbon is comments. These are fun, they're useful, they're effective. Click on any sample spreadsheet and go to Review, Comments, New Comment. What do you see? A new comment will be placed in your spreadsheet. The comment will be identified by the person who added it, so in this case it has my name. That's how you can track who said what. A comment is a little text box. You can edit the information in there if you wish. The comment tools include show and hide. Now you see them, now you don't. The comment tools also include navigation. You can go to the previous one or the next one. In this case, you can see that some of the comments were made by Glenn Glick. Those are the options in the review ribbon. There are other options on the document properties. Every file has properties. Let's take a look. Go to File, Info, Properties. What do you see? The properties include the size, title, tags, and categories. The related dates include when it was last modified or created. It even says when it was printed. You can edit this information so that it isn't just generic, like name of my computer. So I would put in the name of the company, the subject, and other information that make it useful. Click on the word Properties at the top of this list, and then go to the Advanced setting. What do you see? There are 5 tabs of properties that you can change. If you look on the Summary tab, this is what we were editing just a minute ago. Before you publish your spreadsheet, you can check for any issues. If you click on Check for Issues, there are 3 different options. Inspect the document, check for accessibility, and check for compatibility with older systems. Let's start with Inspect the document. The document inspector will look for certain things like headers and footers, comments, hidden rows and columns, hidden worksheet, invisible content, and metadata. If the document inspector finds any metadata or personal information, you will be prompted to ignore or delete it. Keep going. The Compatibility Checker looks for problems that you might have if someone opens up this spreadsheet in an older version of Microsoft Office. Any versions of Microsoft Office made before 2007 have a different format, and some of the newer stuff won't show up well in the old software. When you run the Compatibility Checker, Microsoft will flag things that are new and not supported. There are 2 groups of compatibility issues: significant and minor loss of functionality. What do you lose? Themes and styles are not supported by earlier versions of Microsoft Office. The new functions such as slicers, sparklines, and pivot table slicers are not supported either. You never let me have any fun. So click OK. OK, we checked for compatibility, accessibility, and inspected the document metadata. Now let's look at the permissions. Security can be set at many levels, but here are the options in the Backstage view. Go to Protect Worksheet and click on Mark as Final. When you indicate that the document is marked as final, this says that the file is done. Do not edit it anymore. 2 messages may prompt up when you mark it as final. First, you may be prompted to save your spreadsheet. The second message that pops up will tell you that the document will now be read-only. When you return to the Home ribbon, you will see a yellow security banner at the top of the spreadsheet. It indicates that this document has been marked as final. What else do you see? The user can choose to edit anyways, so this isn't really lockdown security, is it? Let's look at a different option in the Backstage. File, Info, Protect Workbook. You can encrypt this with a password. When you click on Encrypt Document, you will be prompted for the password. But memo to self. Not even Microsoft can get your busted password back. Write it down, write it down. That'll do, that'll do. We've gone over the review ribbon from left to right, from proofing, language, comments, and changes. We also use the Backstage options to inspect and protect our documents. This is the last lesson in the Advanced Guide to Microsoft Excel. If you finish them all with me, then you can have the whole row of cookies. Ollie, ollie, and free. This is the Computer Mama, and thank you for coming.